purchased this home not long ago, and it has that famous toilet ring that won't go away with normal products, scrub brush. So I came across a video on YouTube. I'll post a link in the description. He spent 17 minutes diagnosing the issue, trying different products, and he even had a magnifying glass. So I took his info and I'm going to advance it to a different area, see if I can come up with a solution. Here's the ring. It's not all that bad, and I feel a lot of folks have a decent toilet and they don't want to buy a new one. They just want that ring to disappear. And the number one fix is to use the pumice stone. And in the video I mentioned, the guy used that, and it's kind of abrasive and they're afraid that it will scratch the porcelain. However, he used it, got rid of the ring, but it returned within 3 weeks. So what I'm going to do, the grit of pumice stone ranges between 130 to 200. So I'm going to wet sand, starting with 120 grit and then finish with 180. The key is to wet sand. It will be less damaging to the surface. So I think with my finger in there like that, I'll be basically applying pressure right where the ring is. You don't want to damage all the way around it. So before I remove that, let me just feel. Smooth up there, rough here, and smooth underneath. So after I sand that, then I'll recheck it. That feels smooth to the touch, but microscopically, it's pitted. So, what we want to do is mark right at the top of the water line. Alright, so that indicates where the pitting is, where the ring starts. Now we want to lower the water level in the tub. Flushing won't do that, it refills. So just get you a bucket and let it rip. Nice! Now, let that dry. I'll show you the next step. I'm going to tape off the ring in painter's tape and then use these products here. This is for fiberglass or wood. You got a primer and top coat, and this is for wood or fiberglass. However, it doesn't say porcelain, but what do I have to lose? If this doesn't work, I buy a new toilet. If it works, we'll have a new solution. Here's an example of those products. This is a fiberglass enclosure that I refinished. It's nice and smooth, held up well. See how it does on porcelain. So I found it extremely difficult to make a circle with tape on this curved surface. So the tape is going to represent from here up is where the line is. So I'll just freehand this. The primer is real thick paint, and that fills in all the pitted areas. Wow, this doesn't look too bright. Actually, this looks too bright. I'm trashing my toilet.
Yellow alert.
Now you take your rag and wipe it off. And what this is doing is filling the pitted areas so the mold cannot sit and grow again. So as you've seen, that turned into a train wreck. So I'm going to lightly sand the entire bowl and see if the rim comes back. 180 grit. Well, that went south real quick. However, it led me in a new direction, and they say the ring can return within a 2-week period. I'm going to go a whole month and then give an update. Thank you. So it's been 1 month, time lapse. Let's see the results. So far, so good. I've got added extra light, fluorescent. I don't see anything. Here's my takeaway. I tried something and it didn't work. It didn't match the shade of the toilet. If it did, it may have worked. However, I would never refinish the entire surface of a toilet. It's much easier just to replace it, get a new one. But if you are going to resurface your toilet, you want to use the tub and tile kit. I'll put a link in the description. And before I go, let me show you. Here's an example of a finished product of the products I showed earlier. And if you'd like to see the process of resurfacing this tub and surround, I'll provide a link. Thanks for watching. I'll provide a link of the resurfacing of this tub and surround without the nonsense.